Hey guys, Manic here with Manic Conspiracies. Today we're going to be talking about the pineal gland and the third eye, which are the same things, but the pineal gland is the actual term for it. So, Blavatsky, which I'm assuming is a famous scientist, because this is from Wikipedia, have suggested that the third eye is in fact the partially dormant pineal gland, which resides between the two hemispheres of the brain. According to this belief, humans had in far ancient times an actual third eye in the back of the head with a physical and spiritual function. So, I personally believe in the third eye. It's called the third eye because it is quite literally a third eye you have within your brain. Pineal gland is an endocrine gland in the brain. Darkness makes pineal gland to produce melatonin, a hormone which modulates wake/seasonal changes, also mood, happiness. So basically, a lot of people in the spiritual aspect of things do believe in the third eye. My theory, for those of you who don't really know about the spiritual aspect of it, is: do you believe that we have used 100% of our brain power? If you say no, which I say no, why is it so hard to believe that if we've only unlocked, which I'm going to look up how much brain power we have unlocked. So according to a survey from 2013, around wait a second. Okay, 10%. This is all saying that 10% is a myth, but it's not giving me any other thing. So my conspiracy theory mind is going to say 10%. We use 10%. And now I do believe that some people can have access to more, but I think you have to break free from the routine of life and the rhythm, if you will. You know, break free, like Katy Perry said, we're all chained to the rhythm. And that's very true. So basically, if we don't have access, if we can't use all of our brain power, who's to say that our third eye isn't real? Who's to say that our third eye and our pineal gland can't be woken up, or can't be? Because that's the main term people use, is woken up. I consider myself waking up. You know, I haven't woke up completely yet. I need to get there, and I need to focus, and I need to actually take the steps in opening my mind. And I think it's very honest. And if you think about it, again, a lot of people consider people who believe in conspiracy theories and other things that the government and, you know, other things like that don't want you to believe in. They don't want you, they want to call you crazy. My theory is, maybe the more crazy you look is the more brain power you're using. Because if you think about it, these thoughts don't just, like, happen to, like, multiple people and it's just like, we're all crazy. Like, we're not crazy, okay? You're sheep. You're like sheep at that point, because the government and everybody else that is supporting all these crazy, you're crazy, and, oh, conspiracy theories aren't real, and aliens aren't real, and all this isn't real, and this is just all bullshit. You know, those people aren't woken up yet, and those people are just sheep. They're following what we're told. But you grow up and you realize throughout life you can't trust people. Even the people closest to you that you thought you could trust. Sometimes it unravels and you can't trust them. So why from birth are we pushed into our head that we are supposed to trust the government and trust the world and everything like that, when even the people closest to us have broken our trust before? That's my problem with the people who want to sit here and say that we're crazy. We're waking up. And back to the third eye. The third eye actually helps you wake up. The third eye is your seeing eye. It sees your inward spiritual self. It sees what these two eyes can't see. Okay, so it is very spiritual. So if you don't believe in anything spiritual, I can understand why you don't believe in this. But that's when I bring you back to the whole brain power thing and the scientifics about it. Okay, I personally definitely believe that I have a third eye. I definitely think that it can be woken up, and I definitely think I'm on that track to be waking my third eye up. I mean, I think that if we could get to a point where we could use our third eye, we could see things, slash through that deception, if you will. And the deception of the world, because it's unfair to say that everything the government says to us is truth. Am I wrong? You know, for the people who are Christians, let me just ask you, Jesus is the only perfect person, you know, correct? Yes. So why do you think the government is so perfect? Why do you think they don't lie? Why do you think that everything they teach us is right? You know, and I ask you that because in order to start waking up, you need to question everything. You need to question your reality, question life. And until you do, you won't really wake up. And so chakras are a big thing that I'm into, and the third eye is also part of your chakra. I mean, it's actually the top chakra. It is in your pineal gland, like I've said in the beginning. But I feel like your other chakras too have something to do with it. And I feel like the things that the government doesn't teach us about or try to write off as, you know, crazy are really the things that we should be paying attention to. You know, it's who's to say? And that's my thing. Open your mind. What's going to happen to you if you start thinking outside of the box? Nothing except for good things. Like there's no negatives to opening your mind and thinking outside the box and looking into things that you never looked in before. And to be honest with you, I never believed the flat earth theories. And I still don't have a stance on it because I still don't know. But after looking into it, I definitely am like, wow, these people aren't crazy. Like, they have some valid points. And you have to have an open mind. You have to be able to look at everything with an open mind. And I think the biggest lesson that your third eye can give you is to look at everything and question everything. So this was just kind of like a random, like, here's my third eye video. But I wanted to do it because, you know, I like to cover everything, and I like to think outside the box, and I'm hoping that this video will help you guys understand on what the purpose of my videos are supposed to do. And they are supposed to get you to think and look into it, and they're not supposed to get you to say, oh, wow, I am a believer of the moon landing conspiracy theory now. If so, that's great. You know, I'm glad that you believe, you know, in the same thing that I do. But if you don't, that's okay. Again, I truly believe that nobody's right now, because if we had the answers to everything, the world would be a much better place than it is. So like and subscribe as always. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Is your mind open? You know, what do you guys think about this? What things do you do to open your mind? So let me know, like and subscribe, and I will peace out.